thanks for staying with us. Customs Area 1 revenue generation is up by 23%. Also on customs reports, the federal government approved $3.1 billion e-customs projects for the country, plus the CG on customs matters. I am Igiseme Itinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service said the service will continue to promote government policies throughout the country. He made a pledge in Abuja. He speaks more on the award.
To say this, but I have had to sacrifice to maintain a certain level. We all know, and thank God for those of you in the Institute, I'm sure you have a metrics of how you measure integrity. And I believe that anyone that could be said to have that element of integrity must, in the course of his life, sacrifice a lot in order to maintain that level. And I want to say here that, of course, the present President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is my mentor, in the sense that virtually we do, as there's times that some people call me his junior brother, not because we are blood related, but I think we are based on principles, on the same page. I always looked at him and respect him and admire him, that with enormous responsibility shouldered on him, he still maintained that level of humility that I know of when I was a young officer serving with you as far back as, I'm sure, now getting to 46 years that we have served in the same command. So let me, on behalf of the entire men and women of the Nigerian Customs Service, thank you and receive this award on their behalf. And I want to say this, that this award is not so much about me, it is so much about what has happened in the service. And I want you, men and women of customs, now take it as a challenge, that this level that we have been able to raise the service will be maintained and surpassed. It is not good enough for us to receive such an award, though my name is written on it, but in actual sense, I believe it is because of what we do collectively as men and women of the Nigerian Customs Service. And I want to implore you all to see this as an achievement that must be sustained and surpassed. Some of us will be exiting very soon, but we want to leave a legacy that can never be reversed in any way, and that is our own attitude towards service to nation, our attitude towards service to mankind. We must maintain this level.
According to him, custom revenue will continue to improve in the country.
We hold this as an honor that we assure you that we will continue to grow in terms of integrity and our conduct. And that will permeate from the top to the bottom. And I promise you, Mr. President, that you will continue to see changes, progressive changes in the Nigerian Customs Service. This
His visitor has this to say.
The first most distinguished Nigerian that we've considered worthy to award our fellowship. The reasons for this award, CG, there are three principal reasons. Number one is your unquestionable integrity over the years in the military and the way you have steered the affairs of the Nigerian Customs Service. Number two reason is the level of professionalism that has been infused into the running of the Nigerian Customs. Today, we can attest that the Nigerian Customs Service has been much more professionalized than previously. And the third reason is performance. The excellent performance that has happened since you assumed the affairs of the Nigerian Customs Service. These are the three most important reasons that the Institute considered you worthy to be bestowed on this award. And I would like to also say that this award is intended that officers of the Nigerian Customs Service will emulate the outstanding qualities of the Consul General. He will remain a symbol of inspiration for officers in the service, even after he has left this place. On that note, I want to most sincerely, on behalf of Council, thank you for the opportunity.
The sum of 3.4 billion naira has been approved by the federal government for the procurement of surveillance aircraft for Nigerian Customs Service throughout the country. The approval was granted by the Federal Executive Council, which was announced by the Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Clement Agba. He explained that the aircraft will be deployed in checking activities of smugglers all over the country.
For the implementation of the Nigerian Customs Service Modernization Project, and to a concessionaire, let me get the name. The name of the concessionaire is Bergman Security Consultants and Suppliers Limited as the project sponsor, African Finance Corporation AFC as lead financier, and Huawei Technologies Limited as the lead technical service provider. The concessionaire has furnished us with $9 million as security for the satisfactory performance of the project. They have also executed a debt facility term sheet in the sum of $300 million to finance the first phase of the project. The revenue sharing arrangement is 45% of what accrues to the Comprehensive Import Service Scheme going to the concessionaire and 55% going to the federal government. 25% of what accrues to the Nigerian Export Supervision Scheme and 75% to the federal government as indicated in the agreement.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Deputy Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has officially commissioned some projects in Lagos as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. So the project commissioned on behalf of the CG will further enhance the school's facilities in future. He was welcomed to the college by the guard of honor mounted by custom officers. To say.
I would like to quickly say that what Nigeria needs right now is the best use of resources. And from what I've seen here, the senior officers we have at the training college has really put that to practice. In the face of very scarce resources, they've been able to do this. And these are truly added value to the college. And above all, it will add value to the regimental instructions that have been passed to these cadets. Because without regimentation, you cannot have a military or paramilitary discipline. And the commandant and the senior officers have done very well at that. I was indeed delighted and honored to be the first person to use the quarter guard. And I must sincerely tell you, I have used many quarter guards. I have inspected a lot of officers and men on guard, but I have not seen anything like this. I think the closest to it is what we have at an NCS headquarters. And it's my sincere hope that other area controllers and other commanders of units will replicate the good work the commandant and his very senior officers have done in this place.
While the commandant of the college showed him round the newly improved facilities at the college.
First of all, I want to appreciate the management of Nigeria Customs Service, led by the Comptroller General, Colonel Amit Ibrahim Ali, CFR retired, for providing the enabling environment for us to add value to the college. Secondly, my thanks also goes to my immediate principal, which is the acting DCG Tradoc, for coming around to see what his subordinates is putting in the system. And we're thankful for all the support, the logistics and resources. I'm also thankful to my senior colleagues, the area controllers within Zone A, for their support at all times that we're in need, particularly my immediate senior brother, acting controller, Federal Operations Unit, for being there for us. For all this, a great achievement.
No doubt in the person and capacity of the controller Custom Training College. He's an officer that is deeply in-depth when it comes to knowledge, and he has traversed globally. And I'm sure what he learned from all the journeys he made, that's what he's replicating here now.
Would you advise?
Of course, sure. You have to learn to do good. You have to learn when you see someone doing the right thing, you follow suit. It's beautiful. And that was why I said the management did not make mistake by bringing him here, because they already knew his pedigree. And that is what he's exhibiting right now. I was amazed to have seen this in a couple of months. He was just here barely 2 months, and he has changed the narratives already. So I'm very happy and deeply happy with him. Oh, of course, there is what we call moral rebirth. It will give them sense of, it will boost their morale to say, oh, I'm from this prestigious institution. We all passed through here. I passed through the same college, 91 to 93. The college was not like this, but it has been transformed, and transformed tremendously. What necessitated my support? One, when you see someone who is doing the right thing, you support him. And training college and federal operations were the same. Like I keep saying, customs is like a ball. You are here today, you are there tomorrow. So, and it is imperative to make sure that where knowledge is being impacted, you give maximum and absolute support.
The Customs Area Controller in Port Harcourt 1 has warned importers agents that smuggling will not be allowed in the port. So the command revenue has gone up with 23%. While giving updates on the activities of his command, Wada stated that the collection of duty in the period under review is 5 billion higher than what was collected same period in 2022. Controller Wada says that the command will always ensure maximum collection and accountability for government revenue without compromising national security.
Harcourt Area 1 Custom generates 28 billion, records 119 interventions in first quarter of the year 2023. Port Harcourt Area 1 Command of Nigerian Customs Service has made a total revenue of 28 billion 7 million 808,031 naira from January to March 2023. Comparing these figures with what was generated in the previous year, 2022, in the same period under review, which was 23 billion 146 million 320,043 naira. It shows a difference of 5 billion 361 million 487,988 naira, which represent 23% an increment. The command also recorded 119 interventions from January to March 2023 that led to the sum of 582,576,341 naira be recovered as against the previous year, 2022, in the same time frame, where 373,762,301 naira was collected from 91 interventions. This shows a significant increase in the frequency of interventions in the area, which represents 56% increment. I want to use this opportunity to thank all sister agencies and other stakeholders for their support and to implore traders and stakeholders in general to adhere to customs procedures. However, I will not fail to recognize the relentless effort of all officers and men of the command, including the units from headquarters serving at the command towards this achievement. Finally, I want to thank the CGC, Colonel Hamidu Ibrahim Ali retired, and his management team for their magnanimous support that has translated to the improvements recorded in Port Harcourt Area 1 Command. Thank you very much.
According to him, the customs will continue to implement government policies based on guidelines with regards to importation of consignment into Nigeria.
In the corresponding year, month 2023, 11,675,918 naira, 11,675,918,637 naira, 0.99 kobo was collected. An increase, a difference of 3,364,939,704.3 kobo, with an increase of 40%. With the total for the year 2022, as we said earlier, 23,146,320, 146,320,044 naira and 80 kobo, as that of the corresponding month under year 2023 first quarter, 28,507,808,032 naira and 88 kobo. The difference of 5,361,487,987 naira 97 kobo represent 23% increment. The histograph is there, and the summary is there down. Lastly, the interventions is where the comparative analysis shows that in January 2022 compared to that of January 2023, there's an increase. The difference was 239,983,861 naira, which represents a 29.6% increment. Likely in February, from the two, there was a shortfall of where 116 million was collected, 48,290 naira. As again, the following corresponding month in 2023, 37,206,111 naira was collected, a shortfall of 78,842,179 naira, a downfall of 68%. But in March last year, the interventions, year 2022, 176,515,547 naira. The corresponding month, March 2023, 224,187,905 naira was collected due to the interventions. an increase of 47,674,358 naira, an increment of 27%. The total revenue collected during as per regards to the intervention, year 2022 was 373,762,000.
Controller Wada also urged stakeholders, traders, and importers to continue to maintain rules and regulations on government policies. The Federal Portion Zone A has continued to seize goods worth billions of naira from smugglers who don't want to pay the right duty to government. The FOU Zone A acting controller said smugglers should desist from smuggling activities along the nation's borderline.
Gave rise to the underlisted seizures with the duty paid value of 694,462,150 naira only. Among the items seized are 1. Rice, with the total of 6,228 bags of 50 kg, equivalent to 11 trailer load. Premium motor spirits, 413 kegs of 25 liters each, equivalent to 35,325 liters. Used clothing, 883 bales in 2 by 40-foot containers. Used vehicles, 8. Frozen poultry products, 279 cartons. India hemp, otherwise known as cannabis sativa, 105 parcels, equivalent to 50 kg. Used motorcycles, 4 units as means of conveyance. Used shoes, 9 sacks. Vegetable oil, 88 kegs of 4.73 liters. Associated with some of these seizures was the arrest of 5 suspects, all of whom are in custody to face prosecution. With regards to revenue recovery arising from several interceptions of containers for transfer of value, low value, wrong classification, and wrong declaration, the unit recovered a total of 72,693,307 naira 9 kobo. In addition, with other fees and proceeds from public auction sales of premium motor spirits. During our last press briefing, we reported the busting of a syndicate that forged customs clearing documents and those who smuggle used vehicles from Benin Republic to Nigeria. As an update, 2 suspects and items recovered from their office had been transferred to headquarters Abuja for further investigation. Meanwhile, the unit made another interception of a smuggled car and arrest of 2 suspects, ostensibly linked to the same forgery syndicate, with plans to smuggle over 6,000 vehicles using fake papers.
Just before we round up this week edition of the program, Customs Report, we brought you a report where seizures were made by some various commands in the country. For me, Igeseme Etinye, thanks for watching.